let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains that let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Pro-Chancellor, graduates, guests and members of the university community, good morning and welcome. I'm Bill Patterson, University Secretary and Director of Governance Support. Graduations are one of the university's most important events. This year, the university will hold approximately 50 ceremonies, both in Sydney and in Shanghai. We are also delighted that some of today's graduates are attending, having previously missed the opportunity to attend a ceremony due to the pandemic. I would now like to introduce to you the official party who are here on stage. Seated at the centre of the stage is Mr. Richard Howes, Pro-Chancellor of the University, who will preside over this ceremony. The Pro-Chancellor is joined today by Professor Kylie Redman, Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Vice-President, Education and Students, Professor Jennifer Fenwick, Acting Head of Midwifery Discipline from the Faculty of Health, who will deliver the occasional address, Associate Professor Lynn Sinclair, Associate Dean, Teaching and Learning from the Faculty of Health, who will be presenting graduates. The other people seated on stage are professors, academics and professional staff from faculties and institutes who've played such a large part in the success of today's graduates. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Mr. Richard Howes, Pro-Chancellor, to formally open proceedings.
In the name of the Council, I declare this congregation of the University of Technology Sydney duly assembled. On behalf of the University of Technology Sydney, before we begin proceedings, and on behalf of all those present, I'd like to acknowledge and pay my respects to the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. It's upon their ancestral lands that UTS stands. Similarly, I'd like to pay my respects to elders both past and present, acknowledging them as the traditional custodians of knowledge of this place. In this graduation ceremony, we will celebrate the conferral of awards upon graduates from the Faculty of Health. Today's ceremony marks a great achievement for those graduates and recognises the support which they've received from family and friends. Many of you are here today. We warmly welcome you, and together we celebrate the achievement of these graduates. I now invite Associate Professor Lynn Sinclair, Associate Dean, Teaching and Learning of the Faculty of Health, to present the graduates.
Pro-Chancellor, I invite graduates from the Faculty of Health to stand. Pro-Chancellor, the UTS Council has resolved that candidates recommended to it by the Faculty Board in Health as eligible for awards have completed all requirements of a course of study approved by the Board and has conferred these awards upon them. Pro-Chancellor, I now present those graduates from the Faculty of Health who are here before you to acknowledge the awards for which they have qualified.
On behalf of the Council of the University of Technology Sydney, I congratulate the graduates on their achievements in obtaining the awards for which they have qualified.
Graduates, please be seated. Pro-Chancellor, the faculty is renowned for its strength in practice-based disciplines across nursing, midwifery, sport and exercise science and health services. It also incorporates key offerings in public health, complementary medicine, as well as chronic disease and palliative care. Generating knowledge through research excellence is important in our faculty and is exemplified by the work of our higher degree by research students and their academic and industry supervisors. We acknowledge their collective scholarship here and note the specific graduates at this ceremony who have completed their formal studies. Pro-Chancellor, I present to you a graduate receiving a research degree. The following student has graduated with a Doctor of Philosophy, Anna Elizabeth Dope, for a thesis entitled The Needs and Experiences of Pregnant Women and New Mothers with a History of Injecting Drug Use. Supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor, Professor Angela Dawson, and co-supervisors, Emeritus Professor Catherine Fowler, and Associate Professor Stephanie Taplin. Pro-Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Anna Dobe. Pro-Chancellor, each year UTS recognises a select few undergraduate students of exceptional merit. Such candidates are honoured by the award of the University Medal. Pro-Chancellor, I now present to you a graduate receiving an undergraduate award and the University Medal in the Faculty of Health. The following student has graduated with a Bachelor of Midwifery with distinction and University Medal. Jacqueline Emily Bell. Pro-Chancellor, we will now present to you our coursework graduates receiving awards today.
The following students have graduated with the Graduate Diploma in Midwifery. Taylor Allen. Lisa Marie Foscarini. Molly Claire Glenn. Brooke Green. Emma Jane Hughes. Nicole Ritter Jackson. Emma Rose Joseph. Tamara Helena Kudiaskij Latham. Alexandra Teresa Kuznitsky. Vienna Y. Ing Lau. Natalie Ann Malouf. Zoe Regina Ann Philp. Tanika Marie Watson. Bachelor of Nursing with Distinction, Graduate Diploma in Midwifery, Emma Elizabeth Roberts. Bachelor of Nursing with Credit, Graduate Diploma in Midwifery, Brianna Marie Long. Bachelor of Midwifery with Distinction, Erman Abdikarin. Selfia Angrani Umar. Joanne Helen Bradshaw. Helena Rose Bragg. Jocelyn Bui. Megan Collins. Brony Jade Condon. Madeline DeMarcus. Sarah Ebjado. Isra El Bikai. Eman El Hello. Pei Yao Guan. Ambrose Hansen. Crystal Huynh. Sophie Luba Chen Li Lai. Tan Ngan Tilia Le. Brianna Jamie Longville. Sarah Elizabeth Lowry. Doris Jennifer Law. Lillian Tao Ngi Mai. Rebecca Elaine McAuliffe. Abby Brooke McIntyre. Ella Rose Lorna Mercer. Karen Patricia Mumford. Tia Elise Pole. Natasha Reggio. Isabel Lauren Roberts. Louise Pamela Ann Robbins. Inas Khaled Sadi. Fatima Shafak. Piper Sheaf. Rebecca Jane Sorensen. Phoebe Tabassum. Sarah Ngokhan Vo. Maliha Wahabzada. Hannah Schwer. Won Chong Yu. Jena Zahabe. Grace Rose Luciano. Ngok Tui Luan Huang Wendy. Bachelor of Midwifery with Credit, Hanwa Fahme. Bachelor of Nursing with Distinction, Kyla Abesamis Abesamis. Yasmin Ayaj. Ella Louise Alcock. Christina Noel Atkins. Kanchan Basnet. Lucien Ashley Luxian Biahan. Rebecca Victoria Insuk Bell. Nguyen Min An Bui. Judalyn Mary Cheetham. Bridget Louise Cody. T. Tui Lin Dao. Joanna Misha Devaraj. Alyssa Madison DeVries. Sophia Nicole Donato. Nicolette Yules. Nicola Savina Fatoretto. Katharina Haig. Shu Yue Hu. Sofan Liakhena Hut. Sharina Indraputri. Sheridan Jones. Olivia Grace Kingston. An Yue Li. Chen Yen Lim. Angeline Almazan Mangaoang. Nitya Manumari. Ira Bianca Inko Marasigan. Iwa Selena Eng. Tamara Ann Piena. Cassandra Imperial Ranido. Mika Ariana Albuquerque Silva. Darcy Stitt. Monica Sydney. Mia Sykes. Jennifer Gregorio Sai. Natasha Wong Prakob. Pei Shan Wu. Xiao Ro Ye. Rhiannon Ann May Polly. Bachelor of Nursing with Distinction, Diploma in Languages, Jennifer Nguyen. Bachelor of Nursing with Credit, Chung Yuen An. Cecilia Anasi. Nadia Avshalom. Kathy Yen Ni Bui. Teresa Chan. Yi Jing Chen. Chan Metri Chorn. Eliza Chung. Phoebe Eliza Topola. Sean June D'Souza. Dimple. Lucy Marion Evans. Marilyn Expression. Elizabeth Faruja. Sharon Frangier. Ashira Yana Fu. Isabel Daniela Reyes Gapas. Mary Osama Ghali. Ji Yun Gu, Hao Di He, Gary Ho, Elam Ho, Chennai Humphreys, Jiahui Karen Jin, Jiaxing Zhang, Sanju Karki, Samuel Kukos, Mina Lamishane Dunaga, Nathania Hui and Liu, Teng Bin Liu, Georgia Millis, Sunny Hester Heaton Molyneux, Sarah Motherway, Karen Rutendo Mugatsa, Bing Nan, Suraksha Neopain, Sumitra Neopain, Chi Amanda Ngu, Nimrat, Smit Shamabai Patil, Parbati Podel Tiwari, T. Lin Pham, Suchitra Pojivalil Benjamin, Sufawat Prathua Singh, Christina Raj Bandari. Shuvicha Shrista. Sushan Shrista. Audrey Zafirar Sulaiman. Ariane Tong. Michelle Weig. Trung Yao Yang. Bachelor of Nursing Hejian An. Ashish Batari. Poppy Elvey. Nevin Yokana Esho Esho. Durga Devi Gordon. Leon Guan. Kapila Gurung. Shabdika Giawali. Catherine Huntley. Chandy Huynh. Mohammed Sharif Ul Islam. Rima Rajali. Sujana Rana. Kathleen Camden Ross. Katie Marcella Scott. Elena Shrista. Pritika Devi Singh. Sunita Tamang. Tien Van Chan. Brooke Kelly O'Brien. Bachelor of Midwifery with Distinction, Eman El Helou. Bachelor of Nursing with Distinction, Georgia Brown. Bachelor of Nursing with Credit, Shraddha Shrista. Siddharth Bhatia. Taiba Rezai. Ju Son Seo. Bachelor of Nursing, Tara Roka.
Pro-Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Health.
Yes, on behalf of UTS Council and the university more broadly, I'd like to once again congratulate our graduates as well for their achievements. You know, graduation is a big deal. It's a tradition that dates back to medieval times when the first universities emerged in Europe. The formality of this timeless tradition, in many ways, is proportional to the hard work and dedication necessary to reach this point. And I would say that as a graduating cohort, it's fair to say that you've faced more than your fair share of the usual challenges. In fact, perhaps we should be awarding each of you a Masters in Resilience for prevailing over the challenges that a global pandemic has thrown at you. So enjoy this moment. You've really earned the right to do so. I'd also like to acknowledge friends, family and mentors who've supported you in this journey along the way. And I feel they should really enjoy this moment. So I wondered if we can get the graduating cohort to stand up for a second and to give a hearty round of applause for their support crew. Thank you. You can sit down. UTS research is incredibly highly regarded. Our field-weighted citation index, which is the gold standard, if you like, in measuring research quality, places UTS at the very highest level among Australian universities. Moreover, UTS prioritises connections with industry and on equipping graduates with the sort of education that has practical application. And our reputation among employers reflects this. And this is a good thing because you will face many challenges in the workplace going forward. The workplace is changing at an unprecedented pace in response to technological advances, demographic shifts and shifting societal expectations. In many ways, the traditional career path of finding a stable job and climbing the corporate ladder is no longer the norm, and I think there are similar things we could say in the field of health. Instead, many workers are embracing a more flexible and entrepreneurial approach to work. It's also true that the rise of automation and artificial intelligence is reshaping the nature of work, with many routine tasks being automated and employees being encouraged to develop more complex skills that require creativity, critical thinking, and importantly, a large dose of empathy. And despite these challenges, the opportunities that await you are limitless. With hard work, determination, and a willingness to learn, you'll have the power to shape your own future and make a positive impact on the world around you. ChatGPT wrote those above two paragraphs, which is both amazing and a little scary, isn't it? But I think it's emblematic of the powerful force that technological evolution is playing in our world, in all of our industries, including health. And it's a force that can be for good, and it's a force that can be for otherwise. Interestingly, GPT-4, the natural language processing engine that sits behind all of that, used the words, "make a positive impact on the world around you." Now, I'm not going to patronise you by simply imploring you to do good. As a cohort, you've clearly already chosen a path that does an incredible amount of good. But I won't patronise you on that, partly because I don't think it works. An example from my own industry will suffice. In 1989, Michael Lewis, who you might recognise as the author of The Blind Side, Moneyball and The Big Short, all of which have been big Hollywood films as well, wrote his first book. It was called Liar's Poker, and it was an account of the excesses and questionable conduct of financial markets professionals. And Lewis had intended the book to be a cautionary tale in the hope that young, smart people would become nurses and midwives rather than bond salesmen. The book had the opposite effect. Graduates flocked to financial markets in their droves. And I think this illustrates that it's up to you to choose your own path. In fact, it's up to you to choose the values on which they are based. And what I would urge you to do is do so consciously and thoughtfully. Don't just blindly go with the flow. It's often the behaviour that seems okay because all around you are doing it that ends up failing what some people refer to as the front page test. Now, the front page test goes like this. Imagine every now and again how you'd feel if your own activities were published on the front page of the newspaper. And if you're comfortable with that, then great, you passed the front page test. And it's sort of worth thinking about that in the context of various scandals that we see from time to time. So at the moment, again, from my industry, we've got PwC on the front pages of the paper around the leakage of government tax secrets. Or I can think of scandals from your industry in aged care, for example, where we've seen less than perfect behaviour. Now, with the benefit of hindsight, it's hard to think charitably of anyone involved in these things, but I'm sure many of the people caught up in these situations felt like it was okay because everyone around them was doing it and it was just kind of the way the game was played, and it wasn't their role to stand in the way. And I think taking a step back and thinking of something like the front page test can be helpful here. Steve Jobs once said, quite famously, "Don't let the noise of other opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most importantly, have the courage to follow your heart and your intuition." Now, this is often reflected on, as is much of his genius, in the context of exciting opportunities for creativity and the creation of new business opportunities and making the world a better place. I think it's equally instructive to think about that in terms of standing up for what your heart tells you is wrong. Now, Socrates said of education that it was the kindling of the flame rather than the filling of a vessel. And I would like to think that UTS has been successful in kindling yours, and that through time you will see us as a lifelong learning partner in keeping that fire burning. Equally, I hope you stay connected to your new alma mater. The original meaning, I should say, of the word alma mater means nourishing mother. And the global UTS community is now more than 270,000 strong. You are now part of it, and I hope that you find nourishment from it going forward. So once again, may I congratulate you and wish you every success in applying the skills and knowledge that you've garnered from this world-class institution. I would now like to invite Kylie Redman, Professor Kylie Redman, Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Vice President of Education and Students, to introduce the occasional speaker.
Pro-Chancellor, before I introduce the occasional speaker, I wish to add my congratulations to new graduates. It certainly is a monumental task to have completed a degree, and I wish you all the best for your future. Our occasional speaker, the role of the occasional speaker, is normally taken by someone who is further down the track in the field that you have chosen. And we invite occasional speakers because they can share some of their insights and knowledge and expertise and provide some words of wisdom. And certainly today's occasional speaker more than fills that brief. I'd like to introduce Professor Jennifer Fenwick, who has been a registered midwife since 1983 and has extensive clinical and academic and research experience. Jennifer's background in the clinical setting has focused on caseload, continuity and community models of midwifery care and service delivery. Jennifer has a national and international research profile. There are very few clinician researchers in Australia or internationally who have been as successful as Jennifer in bringing together clinical skills and credibility with sociological and psychological insights into women's birth experiences and their transition to motherhood. In 2018 and 2019, Jennifer was named Australia's lead researcher in pregnancy and childbirth. It is my very great pleasure to invite Professor Jennifer Fenwick to deliver the occasional address.
Pro-Chancellor, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Faculty Dean, staff, distinguished guests, graduates, families and friends. Graduations are a time for celebration, and it is an honour and a privilege to join you in congratulating our graduates today on their achievements. Firstly, I would like to once again acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, on whose lands this city campus stands, and pay my respects to elders past and present, and to the First Nations people here today. In addition, I acknowledge the meaning and significance of birthing on country for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander women in Australia. I express my commitment to be part of the changes required in Australian healthcare and maternity systems to appropriately support Aboriginal women and their families during the significant cultural and life event of childbearing. Graduates, this is an important day. Today marks a milestone in your lives and the beginning of new aspirations, hopes and dreams. It is important on days like this to pause for a moment to reflect and to celebrate your achievements. Too often in life, we spend time focusing on the completion of an important goal, and we lose sight of the significance of the journey and the things that we have learnt about ourselves along the way. As it is the journey and the sharing of the stories that we share that shape who we are as people. I know that no one in this room does not appreciate the significance of your achievement. So once again, and probably not for the last time, congratulations. Now for the bad news. We need to pause. We need this pause for celebration because it is a long road ahead. This is only the beginning of your midwifery or nursing journey. You are the midwives and nurses of the future. You will change the world. Guess what? You don't get to wait until you have grey hair like me. Actually, it's dyed, but you can't see that. To change the world. You start now. You are the change for our system right now. You are already leaders. You have been educated in a very different way to my generation. Already you are smarter and wiser than many midwives and nurses. You have the ability to analyse and understand research and evidence-based practice far more than my generation ever did. You are already articulate writers, ready to write about your experiences and inspire the next generation of students and clinicians. You might need to learn a few tricks of the trade, but that won't take you long, and yet it will take your entire career. You never stop learning. I want to share with you one important thing I learnt along the way. I used to think, when I'm more experienced, when I'm older, when I'm smarter, that's when I will be a leader. That's when I will have the ability to make a difference. Guess what? It doesn't work like that. Right now, you are leaders. It is up to you to be the change and make the change, to make things better for the peoples of our communities. And the reason why is because you are the type of midwives and nurses that women and patients and their families need. If you are a midwife, you are woman-centred. If you are a nurse, you are person-centred. Many of us learnt that along the way, but you have been educated in that way. You already know that. If you put the woman and her family, or the patient and family, at the centre of your decision-making, you are ready. Every person we care for needs something different. So that means you need to be a different clinician for each person you care for, to assist and advise on their journey. Very importantly, don't fall into thinking that it is your journey. While midwives and nurses have different scopes of practice, there are some commonalities. You are the guide, the advisor, the protector, the advocate, the assistant, the teacher, and often the politician. Sometimes things don't go to plan. You don't have to do it alone. You are part of a team. Communicate and share with them. Everyone is here for the same purpose. Some 42 years ago, when I graduated a nurse and a couple of years later as a midwife, I would never have imagined that I would someday be standing before a graduating cohort of midwifery-educated midwives and nurses as a professor of midwifery. It has been a fantastic journey and continues to be, and I regret nothing. I am a woman, a midwife and a mother. I am dyslexic. I've worked as a midwife in a birth centre, in a birth suite, and I have worked with women choosing to labour and birth at home. I've had visiting rights to a number of maternity facilities across Australia. I've been a nanny, a flight attendant, and an Estee Lauder rep. I've been a student many times over. I've given birth to 3 beautiful children, been married and divorced. I have lived and worked in 4 states of Australia. I have been a research assistant and worked overseas. I've been a lecturer, senior lecturer, associate professor, professor. I took up soccer when I was 50, sailing when I was 55, and learning the piano when I was 60, probably a bit safer than the other 2. More recently, I have worked back in the health service. I've worked on the postnatal ward as a midwife. I have managed a midwifery group practice. I have been the midwifery unit manager of a birth suite, and I have been the clinical midwifery consultant of a maternity service. Today, I am a professor of midwifery again, the life cycle of being a midwife. So how did it happen? How did I get from there to here and back again? One of the first things that came to mind when I was putting together this presentation for you was the importance of the people that have been here for me. People I've been able to seek and accept help from. These concepts have been threaded throughout my career. Even with the best will and knowledge in the world, there will be cases that will truly test you. Be ready to seek and accept help from colleagues and from others who have something to contribute to your emotional well-being. Sharing and listening is to learn to fill the gaps in your knowledge. Today, no matter where you are, there is always someone to call on. Be a good listener. Listen carefully to your clients. Listen to what colleagues and friends have to say. Listen to those new to the profession. They are often the foundation of truth. Listen to the old-timers, who, even though past their use-by date, will drop pearls of wisdom into the palm of your hand. Listen to yourself. Listen and weigh it all up in your assessment. Find inspiration. Find the fire that drives the engine of your professional career. It will open many doors for you and will enrich your life. So in the broad scheme of things, this means keeping an eye on the big picture. You need to look carefully at the detail for the differences and the similarities in everything you do. In clinical practice, the high-tech areas of diagnostics and therapeutics tend to claim all of our attention. Important as these are, as highly skilled midwives or nurses, you need to be passionate about seeing that the relationships you share with clients as both the context and method by which you provide quality care. Invest in yourself. Continued learning is a way of life. Education should be challenging, as it is in the space of being uncomfortable that we learn the most. Remember that while there are many resources available to you, every childbearing woman or patient is your teacher. They provide the stimulus while making you humble. And finally, think for yourself. Most professionals do think for themselves. However, often we accept another person's judgment. Always question and reflect. We need to be challenging of the things that we see and hear. While we must embrace change and accept it, we also have a responsibility to look carefully and, more importantly, think carefully about the impact of new technologies before they are implemented on a big scale. We must recognise the responsibility we have for the way the world will look in the future. We have to be sure that our clinical practice makes good sense. You need to have courage and maintain your voice. Be brave. So finally, the world is at your feet. Opportunities abound and the prospects for you are dazzling. You are ready. Get out there and show us how good you are. Dream your dream. Let your spirit fly. Be brave. Have fun. And you will be amazed at where life can take you. Once again, congratulations on your achievements. Enjoy your incredible journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Fenwick, for that incredible insight into the journey that you've had since you graduated with the similar qualifications to the people who are graduating today. So many things that happen out of that this is the basis for, the foundation for. I heard listener, I heard learner, I heard leader, and a million other roles. But most importantly, the value of human-centeredness in the work that you've done. And thank you for sharing your whole self with our graduates and with our audience today. It's really inspirational to see where a degree can take you and how it can shape the rest of your life. So I'd really like to thank you for doing that and sharing that with us. And in conclusion, I'd like to say best wishes to our graduates. The pride of UTS goes with each and every one of you. Congratulations again.
Pro-Chancellor, guests, graduates, that occasional address concludes the formal proceedings of this ceremony. On behalf of the Pro-Chancellor, I invite you to join the official party for refreshments. These will be served in the Great Hall foyer and in the balcony room adjoining this hall. The photography, framing and memorabilia services are located on level 4, which is one floor below us. The academic procession is about to leave the Great Hall. As it does, I invite our new graduates to join the procession, which will end in the balcony room. Would the congregation please rise for the academic procession?